Do you remember a few years ago? I actually want to see when it was. Yeah, so it wasn't that long ago. It was 2020. Joe Buck was with Troy Aikman and he got picked up on a hot mic, basically bashing the flyover.
That's your hard-earned money and your tax dollars at work.
I mean, as someone who's been a part of it, how disrespectful did you feel that was? Like, what were your feelings on? Because I mean, I think just as a civilian who respects the military and what they do in terms of like being a part of the Super Bowl and look, politics has certainly been injected so much into football. Right. So like, if anything should be injected in, it's the country that we live in, the people who fight for this country, and to hear them disrespected, I was offended by it. So I think someone like you would be much more offended by it.
Well, you know, I mean, the thing is, everyone's got their opinions, right? And that's fine. That's why, you do what you do, is so that people can share their opinions, whether you like them or not. I think, doing flyovers, does it cost money? Yeah, absolutely. But the fact that we have the ability to do that when most nations, like, they don't have the ability to showcase their military. And it's not even like showcasing their military, but I think it's a way, one, again, as I alluded to before, who doesn't love the sound of jet noise besides Joe Buck? But it gets people riled up, and they can feel that sense of patriotism, and they can get connected to the military. We live in a great country. It is an imperfect country. There's a lot of things that could be better, but as someone who has traveled around the world and into some spots that I would prefer never to visit nor live, like, we have it really good. And I think we can attribute a lot of that to, founding founders who had some incredible insight to establish the framework of this nation. And then a lot of brave men and women who have stood up and defended this nation against evil. So all that being said, like, that is one, again, everyone's entitled to their opinions. I think some of them are, they're not as educated as me, but no, I think, he is probably someone who is in an echo chamber, and he just sees either dollar signs or is removed. And, he's never, I don't know Joe Buck. So it's not maybe not fair. Maybe he's traveled to third world countries and he's been shot at and things like that. I
doubt it. Yeah.
But, again, I'm glad he shared his opinion and lets people judge him and make assessments of him. But, we need people to step up and hold the line, the next generation, when fewer and fewer Americans, and I think now the numbers, it's somewhere in the teens percentage wise, that have a family member, an immediate family member that served in the military. If you back up to the 70s, that number was almost, if not 50% or more, it was right around there. So finding qualified Americans who are not obese, have a criminal record, whatever it might be, and have a propensity and willingness to go out there and serve our nation is becoming more and more difficult to find. They're, competing with all sorts of things, right? Like, who doesn't want to be a YouTube star, right? And just, be on Twitch and make, $100,000 just sitting at your screen when you go get yelled at and sacrifice for your country. So doing flyovers, that is a way to connect with people. Doing air shows, that's a way that most Americans will never come that close to the Department of Defense, the military, to jets. And so I think it's an important way to go out there and inspire taxpayers, actually get to see what, their tax dollar, a portion of their tax dollars are paying for. But yeah, Joe Buck,